Hello YouTube fans, here again. I figured after doing the worstest ever film, the fourth one, the test for shit, as I like to call it, why not do this one? Now this one, it's not a date film, and I don't think it's aged well, but I'll give it its due. For people who love it, it's not a rant, but I'm not mad on it, but I'll give it its due. I see, I can see a budget in it. I can see a budget in it. That being Supergirl. I figured that I did the Superman films, why not Supergirl? Taking again of the DC comic films, Supergirl, starring, whoever got the word right fence there, Taffy Saker in her first role. And I got different to do for her first movie role. She ain't doing a bad job. She's not doing a bad job. And there was a making in the day back in 1984. It's all Taffy Sater training, doing gymnastics, doing sports, doing a lot. And it looked more like she was doing the Bladding Olympics. And that was for the role for Supergirl, getting in shape a lot. And she did a lot. She did a lot for the role of Supergirl. And I've got to admit, I love the scenes where she's flying about because it looks beautiful. It looks natural. Yeah, we know it's two-way film, but I love the way it's done. You know, it looks natural, it looks graceful. I prefer the two-way film than the CGI shit. I do, I prefer it because CGI to me just looks like shit. It looks like Superman has a rocket stuck up his ass. When the days of Christopher Reed and Supergirl being Deborah Saker, it just looked beautiful. It looked natural, and it did. Now the music, I wasn't really keen on the music, but to be open and honest, the music is sort of drawing on me. It's drawing on me. You know, I'm not doing the rest because I'll fuck it up. But I love the music. I love the fact in another planet, and it's supposed to be Tart Tents. I think was his cousin, which is funny because we all know Tart Tent was around in the 50s when before he became Superman. This is like in '84, and he never mentions Tipton. This looks like a total different planet. You've got this matchstick stick, and you've got a matchstick ball, and it goes out, and she's got to go and find the ball. But no, I mean, she's got to go and find the ball. And you've got an evil woman called Cinder. He finds the ball. The only beat is it's all to do with the tester, it's all to do with a ball, it's all to do with matchsticks and powers. And there's bits where it's cut in corners, and it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make bladding sense. Now, normally I don't like TV series taken off films, but I have seen bits of Supergirl, the TV series, and I've got to give it its due. That's what I felt Supergirl should have been, because it doesn't really do a lot of super in it, like Christopher Reed. The only time she saves someone is when a tractor goes out shit and it's attacking a town and she saves the day. That's the only time you see her do a bit of super. Normally it's her going after this magical figging ball. But again, you've got some good actors in it. You've got Peter Tussin, You've got Peter O'Toole. I've got Peter Tussin on my brain. Yeah, you've got Peter O'Toole. You've got a lot of good, well-known actors in the film. Supergirl. So you can definitely see there was a budget. You can definitely see there was a budget. Again, my only issue is there's bits where it feels like it's caught, there's bits where it feels like it's missed out, and there was actually lots of different edited versions in different countries, which not a lot of people had the luxury of seeing. I think even Australia they had a few extra scenes that were not in our version of Super Derm. And you got Frank Butler, and if people don't know who Frank Butler is, think of the guy who had the moustache. And he was in, I think he had a moustache. He had a beard. He had a beard, and he was a bit of a chunker. And he was in the original Die Hard. And he made out to be Bruce Willis's mate, John McClane. He made out to be his mate. And they found out he wasn't his mate, and he gets shot in the fucking head. That's Frank Butler. He's in this, and he comes off being a bit of a deuce, but you get to like his character. You know, this evil Linda wants to make him love her, which is just macaroni. There's a few good 80s songs in it, but definitely makes you feel now like it's in the 80s. So it's a good and Supergirl, you know, it's arts on its sleeve. And there's one bit I do like where Supergirl gets flung into the Forbidden Zone, which was mentioned in Superman 1 with the V villains, as well as Superman 2 with the V villains. So it was mentioned in Superman the movie, and it was mentioned in Superman 2. But in this, you do actually get to see the Phantom Zone. You do actually get to see the Phantom Zone with Peter O'Toole, who was by accident was sent in the Phantom Zone, which again feels like this bit's what I missed out. Supergirl fights this evil monster. She sends the evil woman called Evil Linda. The monster gets her mate. She saves her hubby, that being Supergirl. And it's a happy ending. She gets the crystal ball, it fires off, you got that beautiful music again. An happy ending. I would miss those days of happy endings. Again, I felt the ball bit, I felt the sort of have to do a bit more super in it, have to do a bit more of the Supergirl in it, but it's still not a bad one. It's not a bad one. Now I do know that Christopher Reid was going to appear in this as Superman. He even gets mentioned. But at the time, Christopher Reid didn't want to be typecasted. He was only going to do 3 Superman films and change his movie career. So he didn't do it. Intuitors, when he wanted money to do the film that I mentioned, being Street Smart, that he wanted a budget, he decided to do Superman 4, the test for shit. But in all fairness, even though Supergirl, I feel there's bits where it's missed and the story's a bit lost and I felt they could have done a bit more to it. As ceased with Supergirl, it's safe to say I could see there was a fucking budget. There was a budget in it. Superman 4, it was cheap and you could fucking see it. So that is why I'm not going to rant on it. It tried to do something different. It was a different gnome. And that's what I like about it. I like the bit where Linda becomes Linda, and then when after Linda, she becomes Supergirl. You know what I mean? I like the bit where she has the same powers as Superman, and she blows, and she's got the laser coming out the eyes, and understandably so. It's understandably so, as we all know, it was the same company what did the Superman films. So there's a bit of me where I wish Christopher Reid appeared in this one. There's a bit of me where I think, why didn't Christopher Reid not be in it? But it is what it is. I mean, there were going to be ideas of making a second Supergirl, but sadly to say, this wasn't successful. It dumped and utter bombed in the pictures, and tickets, like most movie tickets in that era, did it boo-hoos. But over the years, Supergirl has become a total classic. It has become a total classic, and I can see it. It was just the same at that time. People just weren't Supergirl mad, which is funny nowadays, as a lot of people go DC Comic here and DC Comic there, but back then it wasn't a success. But in 1984 it was Supergirl, and you know, Christopher Sater for her first movie role, didn't think she did a bad job. She played it competent, she was bitty good, she did some good epic fight scenes and all that, you know, just wish she did a lot more super. I mean, there's a bit in it where she lands on Earth and he's pervious, a tying it on with her, and she knocks one on the arse, she knocks another fucker on his arse. There's bits in it here and there, but to me, yeah, it's not a bad one. It's not one I'm going to go mad on and offend like I did with Superman Fig, but I can watch Supergirl, I can watch it as a time waster. I respect that they tried to do something different in that era, you know what I mean? I also like the TV series, and yep, I've even seen the porn version of Supergirl, but that's a different story. One day I might review that about the Wham Bam. But Supergirl, the movie, which is for Sater, back in 1984, it's not a bad one, it's a classic now. Into then, I'm going to fight, think of other things to do. Into then, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you soon.